welcome. Just going to cast and call a circle of protection all around by utilizing all of the elements and directions, starting with east air, south fire, west water, north earth, and center spirit, recognizing all three of the worlds in perfect harmony, for we are between the worlds, and what happens between the worlds affects all of the worlds. And I call to the guides and guardians, wisest ancestors, ascended masters, angels, and starry beings that love all of us beyond any reason to be here today, giving us the clearest information that we need to know right now. All right, so I just wanted to get on for a moment and talk about the energy of the world. I really thought the full moon was going to give a little bit of reprieve or bust it a little bit, but I'm not quite feeling that. I mean, I might be a little bit more active than I was yesterday. I'm not sure how you all were yesterday for the full moon, but I was pretty much in bed. I could barely do anything. I was so tired, so hungry. I just felt like I needed to lay down almost the whole day. So I'm up today, moving around, so something has shifted, but the energy is still pretty heavy and pretty intense. There's still a lot of swirling energies about. So that will probably be taking place until the 27th. That is when the Pluto and Eris transit perfects. Pluto wanting deep transformation, it being the outer dwarf planet, or planet if however you want to see it, of our solar system, out of our reality. So if you think about up to Saturn as kind of personal, beyond Saturn, we start getting into the more subconscious and unconscious. So Neptune, Uranus, Pluto. So Pluto is going to really have us be digging in that deep unconscious and pulling it up and out to the surface so that we can see what we need to work on. It's real deep shadow work. We can't avoid the shit any longer. We can't keep dumping waste into the oceans. We can't keep avoiding our problems, our trauma. We can't bypass our feelings and our needs by mindlessly filling ourselves with addictions. So it's important for us to work with Pluto. Pluto is not our enemy. None of the planets and stars are. They are all here to help us and teach us. So that with Eris being the goddess of discord, there's a lot of discordant energy coming up to the surface, and you're going to feel that within you. Whenever we're going through something collectively, we are going through a massive collective consciousness evolution. We are going through a massive shift in humanity. We're going through a lot of changes, and so that's going to happen collectively, and that's going to happen on a personal level. So that discordant energy in you isn't coming up to the surface to torture you. It's coming up to the surface so that you can release the parts you don't need and integrate what you've learned so that you can move forward. It's never the intention to be stuck anywhere. When you're stuck somewhere, if you feel like you're stuck in a karmic loop or stuck in a thinking pattern, or if you're stuck in some kind of pattern, whenever you feel stuck, the word stuck means that too much dense energy is on you. There's too much density on you, because with that density comes weight, and with that weight becomes stuckness. The same thing happens in Chinese medicine. So when I work with people's meridians, the places in which the energy is stuck, the chi, our life force, is stuck in the channels, in the meridians. When there's something stuck, when there's something consolidated or collected, it becomes dense, and then nothing can pass through. It's like a dam in a river. If you dam up a river, the water's not going to be able to come through. So you need to be able to release those blocks, release that density, so it doesn't cause more inflammation, because stuckness will cause inflammation. It'll happen on a spiritual level, it'll happen on a physical level. If you have a block in your meridian, what happens is the energy, that the chi that's going, becomes met with a barrier. But the energy still wants to move, because energy wants to move. Energy wants to move. We're always moving. We're not in a fixed state. We're always in a state of movement. Even when we're sleeping, we're in a state of movement. All of our cells are moving, our blood's moving, our energy's moving, the electricity, everything is moving. So we want that movement to happen. And when there's not movement, there becomes inflammation because it builds up and it gets irritated. There'll become heat, you'll get internal heat, you'll get internal wind, you'll get inflammation. So think about it in the terms of energy. It's really important to keep this energy moving. There is discordant energy coming to the surface because we need to look at the parts of us that aren't working. We need to look at the things that we need to integrate or release. So the best thing to do right now is like, go take a walk. Go walk around in the sun. Go connect to a tree. Like, put your phone down and take a break and drink some water. Like, move the energy. You don't have to do something intense. You don't have to go for a marathon run. You just need to go on a walk or do some stretching. Like, let the energy move. And like I've said before, it's really important to be clearing out your homes right now. Clearing it out with burning herbs, oil diffusing, opening windows, clapping, singing bowls. Like, really keep the energy moving daily. At this point, you have to move the energy every single day. Don't let the energy pile up. Don't let it become stagnant. Don't have a pile of dirty laundry in the corner. That can be physical and metaphysical. Keep the energy moving. Keep everything moving, because the sensitivity level is going up. And the more you can keep the flow going in your home, in your body, the more you can keep peace, the more you can keep ease, the more you can keep your center, and the more you can keep your sanity. Honestly, like, when you're spinning out of control, I mean, just think about it. When you're not in your center and you're spinning out of control, like, who's in charge anymore? It's almost like you've blacked out drunk, you know? So who's in charge anymore? So I know times are challenging. Every single one of us are feeling it. And the best thing you can do is to try to keep as much peace and ease in your life as possible, so that you can listen to yourself, so that you can be driving your avatar, so that you can be hearing your inner voice, knowing what choices you need to make next. You're the only one that's going to know what choice you have to make next. No one else has the answer for you. No one else has the answers for your life. You can get reflections, you can get guidance, but ultimately you have free will and you're the one making the choice in your life. So you want to be doing that from a place of clarity. You want to be doing that from a place of being centered, grounded, like really listening. So don't make a choice until you're there. Don't make a choice out of the spiraled energy. If you make a choice from the frantic spiraled energy, you will only take that frantic spiraling energy with you. And we need to be able to really, really, really listen. We need to really be able to focus. It takes a lot of strength to be able to focus energy. Imagine that you are a magnet for your own energy. Cut all cords to everything else. It's important to do that. That is energetically good for your hygiene. You don't always have to stay connected to everything. You can love people and you can love places, but you can also collapse all cords to everything so that you can hear yourself. It's the path of the hermit. The hermit stands at the top of the tree of life, being able to listen to all the stars above. It's a journey of one. Your soul's journey is a journey of one. You may be traveling with different souls at different times, but ultimately the journey of the magician, the journey of Christ, the journey of the hermit, whatever you want to call it, it's a journey of one. So let yourself go into your own energy. If you feel confused, you may be confused because you've got too much energy of other people on you. You may have too much other stuff on you. That density will be like a blanket. It'll be like blanket upon blanket upon blanket put on you until you can't hear yourself, until you can't feel yourself, until you're disconnected from your highest self. And your highest self is just you in a realm that can see all. If you think about an eagle is able to fly up into the sky and get this new vantage point, like the bird's eye view. They can see more of the situation instead of just focusing in on the minute details. So let yourself connect to that highest part of you so you can see something more holistically, so you can get the bigger picture, so you're not just spiraling around in the vortex of the spiral turbine. So yeah, it's a daily practice. At this point, it's a mandatory daily practice. You've got to keep the energy moving. You've got to clear your house. You've got to clear yourself. Go on walks. Walks are so good. Walks balance the right and left hemisphere of your brain. Walks allow you to connect to the trees, get sun. Vitamin D is so important. Most of us are vitamin D deficient, especially people in different locations, like people in the Northwest where there isn't a lot of sun. So it is still summer, but as we are headed into the fall and winter months, it's going to be important to take vitamin D. Vitamin D is processed by our kidneys. Our kidneys have a whole bunch of vitamin D receptors on them, and it helps us process calcium. It's good for our bones. It's good for our immune system. It's an important thing for us to have. So really let yourself go out and get sun, like without some sunscreen. Like go get some sun. You know, you don't have to burn your skin or anything like that. It doesn't take much. Just the sun clears. The sun is a clearing energy. It's important for us to get it. It's important for us to go outside and breathe fresh air and to step out of the swirling chaos and to remember that we are nature and that nature is us and that everything is okay in this right now moment. And if we project ourselves too far in the future or throw ourselves too far in the past, we are no longer in our centers, we're no longer in our driver's seat, and we begin losing control. So don't lose control, and there's only so much you can control in life, but you can control where you are in your energy. So it's a practice. I know it's not easy, but I think after the 27th, there'll be a passing of the chaotic energy. Of course, not all of it, but a level of it. So just let yourself breathe. Try not to make any irrational decisions right now. Try not to think that you even have to make a decision right now. Just try to be present with yourself as much as possible, present with your energy. Focus on your breathing, focus on your lungs, connect with the trees, call in your ancestors. Remember, like, you are also your ancestors. There is a line of ancestors, paved a path. And even though a lot of our ancestors have fucked up, a lot of them haven't known what to do, and maybe we are clearing up some of the garbage that's been made from our ancestors, it still doesn't deny the fact that the path has been made, that we are leading the way now. The ancestors are behind us, the ancestors are under us, the ancestors support us, and we are leading the way. So, you know, we are clearing out the bloodlines. We are clearing out the rivers of blood so that we can fully connect back up to the source waters again. We are clearing everything out of our blood so that we can connect back to full vitality, to God source energy, so that we can have our chi flowing through our body so that we can remain healthy and strong. So just focus on the breath, focus on the right now, focus on peace, try to focus on ease, do the things that you know to do. I think most of us have more in our spiritual tool belt than we realize, and in times when we're freaking out, it's like all of our knowledge goes out the window. So just be present with yourself and be kind to yourself, and blessings to everybody on this Monday. I think I actually know what day of the week it is. Happy Monday, happy Moon Day. Moon Day is a great day to really connect with your moon, which is your needs. It's you. Moon is the mitigating energy of all of the planetary and stellar energies that are coming in to our earthly perception. Because if we just stood in front of a star or a planet, we'd get blasted. So the moon is connected to our emotions because it literally mitigates these like cosmic energies coming into our earth atmosphere. So be kind to yourself, drink a lot of water, drink water with lemon, like do a lot of deep breathing. If you need any kind of playlist for meditation, you can DM me. I've got a whole bunch of them. If you're looking for any meditations, I've got a whole bunch of them. I can send them to you. DM me if you feel like you need any kind of like support in that way. And blessings to everybody on this Monday, and I hope that you are finding peace and ease. All right, bye-bye.